Everybody, Unqualified Gamer here, and welcome to Nani Support Group. And you know my main man is here, my main man Xenith.
Yep, I'm here. I'm here today. Be
Yo,
back. You never left. You sound all professional, bro. Like, why you all professional today? Like,
what do
you
you mean
excited?
professional?
You
Yeah.
excited to be back or something? Like,
Yeah,
what's up?
listen, I am excited because we
You
haven't been on, we haven't been on in almost a year, man. So like, I got
oh,
so, yeah, we got so much ready to talk about. I mean, you haven't done this in a while, man. You know,
oh,
so
oh,
like, what is it there to be excited about, man? We alive, we're breathing, you know. We still talking about some anime bullshit.
always, always.
I
You know
mean,
it.
listen, we have
Yeah.
trouble. We all have issues, but it ain't. But like, listen, we still ain't enough issues to keep us from talking shit on animes and shit. All right,
Right. Facts. Facts.
all right.
Yo,
Here-
you gotta talk about your TikTok, bro.
But yeah. So I mean, listen. Okay, so if y'all haven't noticed, I got a TikTok. You know, under my moniker, Unqualified Gamer. I do
Oh,
classic game of the days. All right, and on
mhm.
Fridays I take requests. So throughout the week, if I see a request on one of the or in the comment section of some of my videos, I will get to them. Trust me, I
don't,
do
re-
get to them,
don't request new games like Red Dead Redemption 2.
bro. You no, see. Maybe on your platform, Zenith, but on my platform, you can request whatever game you want. It could be a mobile game. It could be it could be an etch a sketch game. All right, like
Oh,
it could
yeah.
it could be any game. All right, any game. All right,
Yeah, you
like I
got
said, if I haven't played it, I'll let you know if I haven't played it. But I still do like my work to like.
You got some good videos on there. It's very entertaining. And he gives you some knowledge on games, man. Go check my man out. Unqualified gamer.
Yeah, man. You go, and like I said, go check out Zenith too because he be making the good tees, the hoodies, the like the shorts, you know,
Yeah, I mean,
the joggers. Like his work is phenomenal. I ain't gonna lie, like his work is
thank you.
phenomenal. You always try to give me free shit, man, but I always like decline it though, because I don't, because I like supporting. I like supporting friendships. Okay, I like supporting friends that actually own their own businesses. All right, and me not paying it is not supporting.
So what? I'm still gonna give you free stuff anyway. But that's what's for you though, not
I know.
everybody. Y'all come.
All right, but yeah, but Nani Support episode 14. Okay, today we're gonna be talking about the struggles of Dragon Ball Super. Why is this manga still going on? All right, it needs to stop.
Yeah, they need to end this.
We also going to be talking about the current events that happening in the One Piece manga, and also the up and coming, you know, really special thing. If you don't read the manga, if you only watch the anime, there's something really special going on because that's going to happen in the One Piece anime. We're also going to be talking about the Boruto manga, and right now they're in their hiatus, and we're going to talk about like what do we see in their future from there. And we also have a few topics on hand, such as let me just go over to my other window here. Yeah, the state of play that just happened back in May 24th. We're going to be talking about two games out of that, which is the Spider-Man 2. We're going to be looking through the trailer for that, and also the Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater remake. We're going to be looking at that trailer as well.
Mhm.
Also, we'll be talking about the staff leaving, like from GameStop during the opening launch of Tears of the Kingdom. Um, and also a little brief, but cool story about a black musician that has befriended and encouraged over 200 Ku Klux Klan members to give up their robes. So we're gonna be talking about that as well. Uh, Also, some anime recommendations because you can't leave here without some anime recommendations, whether you watch them or not. Though it's really cool just to go out there and recommend some shows to watch on your free
Oh,
time.
right.
All right, yeah. Um, you know, KTAX Brisket is MIA. That dude that Sherm head is always somewhere. I don't know.
Anyway, that's my guy though.
He's my guy. Yeah, that's my man. All right, that's my man. If he had his own business going on, I would definitely recommend it. But currently, right now, he's just going with the flow.
Right.
You know, that's his style. You know, I did text him, but you know, it takes about 2 days for him to respond.
And then he
Oh,
like, yo, bro, I
yo,
forgot I didn't
yo,
see you. Today.
right? Oh, bro, man, my bad. You know, my girl and all.
Right, he blamed his girl for everything.
He know, yo, he blaming this girl for everything. Yo, oh man. All right, though. Well, let's get this show on the road. I'm glad that we're back. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready. I've been ready. I was
All right,
born ready.
born ready. All right, all right. Let's go with our first topic: Dragon Ball Super. Now,
Ooh.
whew, Dragon Ball Super. Now, Xenith, you pretty much said that you gave up on Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, I gave up on the Dragon Ball franchise as a whole, man.
Oh, Dragon Ball franchise, not just Super, but Dragon Ball franchise as a whole.
Yeah, it sucks, man. I'm not even gonna lie. They don't care about the fans. They don't give a damn about how it looks. They don't really care about nothing, bro. Like the story, they it's like the story is freaking all over the place. The power skeletons all over the place. They don't know which way they want to go. They're not putting out no anime. The manga pretty much sucks because it starts off with a good story, then it just does all this extra shit to make it worse. I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of Toei just flip flopping and not caring about the fans, not listening to what we want. It's just it kind of sucks. But like for One Piece, they do everything. It's like perfect. They promote One Piece. They do everything for One Piece. And I'm a One Piece fan, so it's not like I'm mad that they're doing it for One Piece. But it's like, why you gonna do this with Dragon Ball? All you want is quick money with Dragon Ball. It seems like it's like no more feeling in it or nothing. It just sucks. It's no blood or nothing. It's just corny as fuck to me now. Like I'm sorry I'm cursing. I'm just so done with it. Like when they did a pre manga thing of the movie after the movie came out, not while the movie was out or before the movie came out. They did it after the movie came out. They did a prequel. Why you couldn't make that a special? Like they could have made that a special or something or anything. It just kind of sucks, man. I'm tired. I'm just tired of it, bro. I'm just tired of Dragon Balls. I'm tired of Dragon Ball Super. I'm tired of the way the handlers handle it, basically. Like,
All right. Yeah, I mean that. I mean, listen, like there's a lot of things that I like. So I definitely agree with you on, especially when it comes down to Dragon Ball Super. Uh, like you said, I think the Dragon Ball franchise as a whole. I think Toei Animation and Funimation and Shonen Jump they know that Dragon Ball franchise as a whole is like you could pretty much say it's like the Superman slash Spider Man slash Batman of Japan, right?
yeah,
It's like it's you're not going to get anything new out of it anymore. They run it dry. And to be honest, there was a few videos that I saw, especially when they went down to like why certain arcs, like for example, currently they're saying or they're speculating that the moral arc and the granola arc is not going to be animated. If they were going to come back with the anime, they're not going to do those two arcs. They might just jump right into like the final like bit of it with like the ending of Dragon Ball Z type of thing.
that
Um,
sucks.
and you know what? Like,
That,
so yeah, it sucks. I'm gonna say that it is suck. It does suck because, like I said, like I said, when I ran through the granola arc, especially, I did not like the granola arc at all. I didn't. I don't like the granola arc. I think that whole arc was complete trash from start to
the
beginning. From
beginning
start,
was good.
nope, not to me. The start and the end were straight up
Because
trash. That's just my
it was
opinion.
good. It segued
Nope,
from
not me.
the more part into it. It flowed good, and then it just got trash after that. Like it
This
got trash.
look,
Midway through, come on, bro.
no, hold on. Hear me out. Hear me out here. I could say, I could legit say that like the segue from the Moro arc to the Granola arc was good, but I still think the whole entire arc was still trash. Doesn't matter if a part of it was like acceptable or pretty good that they did it that way. The overall tone of that arc was straight up trash. Wishing to be strong was like there's no other antagonist in the Dragon Ball universe that wish to be strong, wish to be immortal, the wish to be immortal, yes, wish to be the king of something, yes, but never wish to be strong because all the villains and all the antagonists in the Dragon Ball universe already had the idea that they are the strongest already. There's no need for them to be the strongest. And that was my biggest issue with the Granola arc. Like even like I said, if you go into the Moral arc, his main thing was just like, bro, I'm a plant. I eat planets. That's what I do. I
Right.
absorb their energy. There was no wishing of Moral being stronger. Oh, I wish I was stronger. No, the dude just said, I wish to be younger again.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, like Frieza and Vegeta, they just wanted immortality.
They want exactly like Frieza was just like wish to be like if you would have asked like if there was a scene where they asked Frieza, hey, what do you want to do with Dragon Balls? And then Frieza says, oh, I wish for immortality. And then one of his henchmen says, oh, well, don't you want to wish to be the strongest? Frieza would straight up obliterate that person who just mentioned that because like, nigga, I am strong. I am the strongest in the universe. I am the universe. What are you talking about? Like,
yeah, right. Like even the last movie, the Broly movie, which was an
yeah.
amazing, right? They missed opportunities in that. But even when we talking about now, Frieza wished to be taller. He ain't wished to be like immortal or stronger or the
No,
strongest. He just wished to be taller.
he wished to be
Which
tall. Yo, I mean,
it just goes back to that point that you said that nobody in the Dragon Ball franchise has ever wished to be stronger. Like
yeah. And like that, and that's the reason why I say the Granola arc is straight up trash. However, I will say this: if the arc was made, if the story was made, it deserves to be animated. Okay, if
right.
if they are going to do an animation for it, or if they were to pursue the anime again after the Tournament of Power, the Moral arc and the Granola arc should be animated. I'm just like I said, that's part of the story. You know,
Right.
if you didn't want it, the part of the story, if you felt that the fans or the people reading it were just like, oh, it was trash. Regardless, you made it. All right,
Yeah.
sleep
Right.
sleep in the bed that you made. All right, own up
I
to
don't
it, back it up. Don't
think
do. I'm saying I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna make a lot of Sony people mad out there. But don't pull a Sony PlayStation by what they did with the Vita. Okay, don't bury it.
hold on. Let me just say this though. I don't think that they think it was bad. Like I don't think that they look at criticism. I don't think that Toei looks at criticism when it comes to Dragon Ball. I don't think they give a fuck,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm kind of fed up with it. It's like I really don't give a damn. Like really, like I don't know. It just
No,
that's just my opinion. I don't think they care honestly, and it sucks because it's like damn, like y'all don't care, like you know what I'm saying. So when you said that, oh they fucking if y'all think it sucks, still animated. No, I don't think they think it sucks. I think they think that this is some good shit they're putting out. They don't have to. They don't care for the fans. They're gonna put it out anyway, and they don't give a fuck if it's animated or not. That's what I'm thinking. Like I'm just tired of it, bro. That's just why I'm tired.
no. I mean, you know what? I think you got a point there. I think you really do, because like there's a lot of things that the fans have asked for looking into Dragon Ball Super or the Dragon Ball lore entirely. And it just kind of just go through one ear and out through the other. I mean, even like I said, even looking into how Toritara, or did I say his name right? Toritara?
Yeah,
Um, who is basically the creator of Dragon Ball Super, but like his visions is approved by Toriyama, but Toei decides another thing, another route.
right, right,
And that's kind of like dang, that's kind of messed up, man. Like I mean, like it's messed up because like you could tell like Toritaro probably does have like a good like he has a good repertoire when it comes down to Dragon Ball lore and Dragon Ball storytelling. Because however, gotta understand he created AF. I mean, listen, if
right.
you was around during the early 2000s, in middle school or early high school. All right,
Yep.
that's all we're talking about because we're just getting our taste of GT. We're like, yo, did you hear about Super Saiyan 5 and Super Saiyan 6? Yo, like those stories were fire. Those stories
Real.
were fire, and it created by Toritara. And then it's like he creates Dragon Ball Super. He does Dragon Ball Super thing, and already it's crazy because like they kind of already threw him into the water, into the wolves, like from the jump, because Dragon Ball Super starts off with basically 2 Dragon Ball Z movies before his story even takes place.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, yo, we just seen the movies. Continue the fucking story.
Just continue the story. Like we don't need a retelling of this of the. I don't need a retelling of Battle of Gods. Like what you said in the manga or in the anime for Battle of Gods have already been told completely. Like except the difference is in the movie they're on a cruise ship. In the manga they're not on a cruise ship. It's like, does that even matter? The story's still the same. Like the story is still the same.
Wait, I think in the movie they was on an island, and in the anime they was on a cruise.
That's right. It was. Yeah.
Like that shit is stupid, man.
It is. Like you said, it was definitely stupid. Like it was. I knew it was something like location change. That's basically what it was. It's full blown location change. You go into Revival F. Revival F is basically the same with the exception of a few minor things. But then after that, that's when you get into like the tournament, like the first the first tournament, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, in essence, if you really think about it, the original storylines revolves around 2 tournaments in Goku Black.
Right.
2 tournaments in Goku Black. Right. And like I said, I mean, Super has its moments, and they do. Like Super probably had, like, I ain't gonna lie, Dragon Ball Super had probably one of the best Kamehameha moments ever in Dragon Ball history.
Yeah, with Khalifa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Ultra Instinct Goku, fighting Khalifa, and he basically grinded his Kamehameha wave on her blast to just like that was the best Kamehameha moment like ever in Dragon Ball history. I give credit where credit is due. But Dragon Ball Super is basically a product of corporations doing corporate things, not allowing the creators to do what they need to do to tell their story, especially Toritara. I mean, like I said, Akira Toriyama, you the GOAT, you done what you needed to do. You already passed your torch. There's, like I said, I'm not looking at you for like, oh, you need to do this. You told your story. In fact, you told it longer. You told it even longer than what you expected to be, because you like I said, entirely Toriyama is a jokester. He's a prankster. Like that's the type of stories that he likes to tell. Hence the reason why we look at Dragon Ball, which Dragon Ball is my favorite out of the whole entire franchise. Dragon Ball is my favorite.
I'm a Z guy.
You're the Z guy, like I said. But for me, like I said, the first Dragon Ball series, it gave everybody a fighting chance. Everybody was a helpful hand, and remember. As a matter of fact, we gonna talk about this now, since this topic is already coming up. How I felt. Remember that video you sent me about it was the breakdown of the Saiyan saga, right?
Yeah.
And that really opened up, like, if like that really opened up my eyes to like how that fight went down, and how like I said, it kind of did ruin the Z fighters as a whole, because like, to be honest, the only person that should have died in that fight, I think the only person really should have died in that fight should have been Chaozu.
Yeah.
Really. Right. It was bull crap the way how they killed off Yamcha. Like, you have Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu train in the same vicinity as Goku before he fought King Piccolo.
Mm-hmm.
Not to mention that Mr. Popo, you could say he's up there as being a celestial being. The fact that he knows the basics, he taught Goku the basics of Ultra Instinct, even though they keep forgetting about it, because Korin teaches them. Master Roshi taught him. All of Goku's teachers taught them. So I mean, like Krillin and Yamcha should have a bare bone understanding of Ultra Instinct, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, like I said, the beginning of Dragon Ball Z was supposed to showcase how physically strong the Saiyans are, right?
Right.
But you can't, like I said, the reason why I felt that, like I said, it's cool. Like the Saiyan saga is cool because you do see the pure brute strength of these enemies. But that is the problem that I have with Dragon Ball Z is the fact that it's nothing but pure brute strength. Everything else just goes out the window. And then when Dragon Ball Super comes in, now you want to start incorporating, oh, but it's not about pure brute strength. Bro, we had non-stop characters who bust their ass training, learning techniques for nothing, just for Goku just to have a Zenkai boost to beat them, or have Gohan get angry enough to the point where he just demolishes. Like all that goes out the fucking window, and it is like, and it's like this is the reason why. Like if they would have done it, like if they would have made Dragon Ball Z in a way where, you know, use the Saiyan arc as I'm using the Saiyan arc as an example because that's like ground zero. That's like the footing of like how everything, like most of this way how power scaling and all that stuff began. When you look at Raditz and Goku and Piccolo, that fight to me was near perfect because it showcased the brute strength, not the technique, but the brute strength. That's what you need. When Raditz and Vegeta come to Earth and Goku's not there, have Yamcha defeat the Cybermen. Have him, because like I said, these are these Cybermen was supposed to be the same strength as Raditz, right? And when you come to Earth, so showcasing that, okay, yes, Earthlings can get to that level. Earthling can train and beat them. Now, when you fight Nappa, when you have the Z fighters fighting Nappa, that's the time when you use the human aspect. Okay, why are Earthlings special? It's not because they're super strong, but we're resilient and we can think things through. Nappa being a brute and a meathead, he's not. He just think of brute. He just think of being just. I'm just gonna clobber you, and that's it. So you have Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, Piccolo, and Krillin come together and work out plans. Because if you watch the original series, they have no plan. They just go in one by one, and they get their ass whooped. And that is so out there when it comes down to their training and everything that they do. It leaves them for nothing. And it would have been more impactful seeing Nappa die by the hands of Vegeta if the Earthlings incapacitated him. If the Earthlings paralyzed by their technique, paralyzed Nappa, and Nappa reaching for Vegeta's hands for a helping hand, and Vegeta looks down at him and says, "You got beat by these Earthlings, by these weaklings. You're nothing to me," and he destroys them. To me, the original way of when Goku paralyzes Nappa and Vegeta destroying Nappa because he's weak, that to me that just doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense. Nah, bro, I can't hear you. Are you still there? I don't know. I'm still, ooh, I'm gonna still continue. If you still can you hear me? Little technical difficulties. You don't got me on mute, do you? All right. Uh, hold on.
All right, can you hear me?
All right, now I can. All right.
I
All
don't
right,
know what
cool.
happened.
But
I was,
yeah, go
I
ahead.
was, I was trying to say I'm not letting you get away with that, bro.
Get away with
Trying to,
what?
trying to say that um the Dragon Ball joint was like trash because how in the Saiyan saga they just started with brute force and all of that. Nah, that's not even what happened, yo. Come on now.
No,
Like,
hold on, hold on. I no, no. See. Now that you're taking half of what I said, bro. You're taking half of what I said. I didn't say Dragon Ball Z was trash because of that. I'm just saying it is
Not
one of the
trash.
down.
I didn't
I'm
say
just saying.
trash.
I'm, I'm
Trash.
I'm just saying it's one of the down. It is one of the downfalls because they took away technique and just went for brute strength, and that's all they
No,
did.
but they didn't. They didn't just go for brute strength though. Up until maybe like the end, of, like when Frieza and Goku fought. That's probably when the brute strength
No, actually,
came.
no. The Frieza,
Because
no, hold on, hear me out here. The Frieza thing is fine. There's really nothing to change when it comes down to Frieza. When it comes down to Frieza and Goku, or Frieza when it comes down to the whole, they don't need to change a damn thing with that. That's
listen, the reason I say that, is because if you look at like what they were doing when Vegeta and Goku was fighting first, and then they had to like use Krillin and Gohan and even Yajirobe and Vegeta had to transform and all of those things. That's not just like a brute strength thing. That's like using everything you can to defeat an opponent, or more so like even like in the Frieza saga, these niggas was scrambling on Namek, bro. Like they ain't know what to do. They was fucking running around trying to collect Dragon Balls, dodging people, hiding, all kinds of shit, bro. So it wasn't just a brute strength thing. It was actually like a story being told and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there was a story being told, but I think that in all that sense, though, it is more brute strength. Because, like, here's the thing: the power scaling thing happens in Dragon Ball Z. Didn't happen. It didn't happen in Dragon Ball. Power scaling in Dragon Ball has it was just basically like, what do you mean by power scaling? This dude is strong, and this is the way to defeat him. Like power scaling started in Dragon Ball Z, and that's where the brute strength. Because like you gotta understand, like I said, look at Dragon Ball Z, right? When you even like I said, let's go into Namek when you have Zarbon and Dodoria, just like even though yes, Earthlings could hide their power level, Vegeta learned how to hide his power level. But look how everybody's mindset when it comes to fighting. If their mindset is like that, meaning they're just bona fide meatheads. They don't have no technique. They just fight due to pure strength. The only character I give that pass to, the only character I really do give that pass to, is Frieza. Because Frieza is that strong. He's just naturally that strong. You know?
Hold on.
But yeah.
So Vegeta versus, I mean not Vegeta, Goku versus Piccolo in Dragon Ball, the last fight. That's not a brute strength fight.
Bro, that look, it was brute strength and
That's a
technique.
brute strength fight,
It was
bro.
brute strength and technique. And I'm not saying hold on, hear me out here. I'm not saying every fight in Dragon Ball Z. I'm not saying every fight in Dragon Ball Z is like brute strength because like I said, you're right. The Goku Vegeta fight wasn't brute strength. That was more of a team effort with what they had. You know? But what I'm saying is when you bring in power scaling and when you have enemies that are just legit like, oh, his power level is only 500. Ha! I could beat him in an instant. Doesn't matter what type of technique he has.
Yeah.
I could beat him in an instant. Like I said,
because
with Dragon Ball, like I said, with the original Dragon Ball though, there was no power scaling. It was literally just it was two mindsets coming together. The Piccolo and Goku fight at the end of Dragon Ball, it was brute strength, but it was also technique as well. Look at Goku when he used the Kamehameha with his feet to propel himself, so he wouldn't let Piccolo know that he could fly. You see what I'm saying? Those are the little like hiding certain techniques that you might need at the very end. You know, Piccolo going giant, right? Piccolo going giant to stump Goku, but Goku using that to get Kami out of Piccolo.
Hold on, Goku read minds on Namek. What you mean, bro?
Bro,
that's a technique right there.
Bro,
like,
it's
what you mean?
I mean, bro, like you're missing what I'm saying here, man.
I'm just
you literally you're missing what I'm saying. Like, yeah, Goku read minds and like he read mind. That's something that was taught by I don't even say that that was something he read minds in what's the name in the Saiyan arc. He did it with Gohan and Krillin. With Vegeta, with Nappa, he was like, "Oh, don't tell me, I got this," and he, you read his mind. Right. Like, but what I'm saying though is like the fight, like I said, like the actual major fights within within those things, most of them like besides, like I said, besides a few, but majority of them fights were just brute strength, were just based upon, like I said, look at, like I said, Raccoon. Raccoon is a straight up meathead,
Yeah, fact.
like super strong, right? Super strong, super everything, and then and then basically like you fighting against a Vegeta who, like I said, Vegeta is smart in his own right. He's a warrior, but Vegeta is not the most creative when it comes down to fighting fighting enemies that are just clearly just straight up stronger than them, which leads to the
Yeah,
human characters, which that should have been the shine of the human characters. It's funny how, like say in Dragon Ball Z, the only thing you give the human characters that's been in the series since almost the beginning is the only thing you give them is they can hide their power level.
right.
Like, come on now, that's like I said, that's a failure on the character development. These are characters that we have known since Dragon Ball, that Goku have met, have went toe to toe with, have struggled with at one point, overcame those struggles, right? And you relegate them to only being useful because they can hide their power levels.
Right.
Like for real, the only time the humans really should have just been a fucking problem was the androids, because they are humans. The androids are humans and they're made by humans, so they could have the thought process and the know-how behind those things, you know. But even in the Android saga, it wasn't technique out of that. It was just the androids are just stronger. They don't lose
Mm.
energy. That's it. You know, that is my biggest complaint about Dragon Ball Z. All the, like I said,
Yeah,
if you take some of the major like points and some of the, like, even the fights that that we know and love, it's kind of like, bro, it is brute strength. The Ginyu Force,
mm,
brute strength, with the exception of Captain Ginyu, who's able to body swap, and that's the only, like I said, that I like.
mm,
I
mm,
I
mm,
like
mm, mm.
what?
What about Gordo or whatever his name
All
is?
right, yeah, matter of fact, okay, you're right. Gordo, that's right. Okay, that I was gonna say that is a good example of technique. Gordo wasn't strong. He was able to hold his breath. He was able to hold his breath and basically stop time, right?
Yeah,
Which like I said, that's a cool technique. And having Krillin recognize that and use his ability to beat Gordo, actually, even though
yeah,
Vegeta ultimately killed, like, all, he basically ultimately killed him. But it's like that was actually good. And I would say Jason Berta using his ultimate speed, Jace being a trickster type of thing. So yeah, I give it.
mm,
I give it. Yeah, the Ginyu Force entirely was like a good, it was a good matchup. It was just like Raccoon was just like another Nappa.
yeah.
I think
Yeah, and that's a
that to me, Raccoon was the weakest when it comes down to that, even though he annihilated and basically almost killed Gohan. And
he almost
having,
killed.
huh?
He almost killed all of them.
Well, he almost killed all of them with just pure brute strength. And like again,
Hmm.
like I said, you gotta give the human characters some type of ability or some type of thing that, okay, this is the reason why humans can stick around and humans can, because at this point,
Right.
like I said, really, like I said, you look at after the Cell Saga, there's no point of having Tien Shinhan. There's no point of having Chaozu. Like, what was the point of bringing? What really was the point of bringing Chaozu back? Really, what was the
Right.
point? What was the point? The man is psychic, and you can't utilize his psychic ability. You can't utilize
Exactly.
his psychic ability. Like, there was no reason
Because
for Chaozu to not utilize
yeah,
his psychic
he don't,
ability against Nappa, because Nappa's a fucking
yeah,
meathead.
yeah, he don't fly from ki. He flies from his psychic ability,
Yes,
right?
and and
Like,
and when like I said, I mean, in all essence, the what is the one thing you think about when somebody is using psychic abilities? That they're very smart, right? I'm just saying that they're very smart. You got to have some type of big brain capacity to utilize that type of technique. Am I right?
right.
So you mean to tell me that Chaozu can't mind manipulate Nappa and have him go like crazy to distract them? So that'll leave Tien, Piccolo, Krillin, especially Krillin using Kienzan to just slice him up.
Right.
While you have Chaozu doing a mind manipulation, Nap like, get out of my head! What is going on here? I'm hearing voices.
Right.
Vegeta trying, Nappa, snap out of it. No. And then, like I said, it's not Nappa that kills Chaozu. Vegeta looks, he sees that Chaozu is doing something to Nappa. Vegeta blasts him, which kills Chaozu. That's why I say the only person that should have died in that fight was Chaozu. Like, but yeah, but that's, I mean, overall, that's Dragon Ball. Like,
yes.
Currently, Dragon Ball Super straight up trash. They're just retelling Dragon Ball Super superheroes, and it's not even it's not, to me, it's not trash because like they had to. I don't mind the slice of life aspect of it. You do need some of that within the series, but it's the whole retelling of the story that just kind of irks me.
Yeah, and how they doing it? Like,
yeah,
if they put a special with Goten and Trunks out,
that's fine.
Or the movie, that shit would have been.
Listen,
it would have flowed to so good.
This should have this arc right here, this little piece right here should have been. Matter of fact, they should have just cut it with just up into the beginning of Dragon Ball Super. So show the slice of life aspect of Trunks and Goten of the events that happened before the movie came out. That gives viewers a better understanding of what they're looking at instead of you taking time out of the film to try to explain like, oh, Dr. Hito did this and da. Yeah, you got go read the goddamn manga. Like, you know what I mean? But overall, I'm gonna still continue reading Dragon Ball Super because I'm already stuck in this and I still need material to talk about. So I'm gonna still continue it. And I'm gonna still bug Xenith on like, hey, this is what's happening. And even though he's gonna be super annoyed at me, I'm still gonna tell him. But onward to the next segment, which is One Piece. Yo, the current chapter. Okay, so I would say this before I start with this. If you're anime only watcher, this is your time. This is your stance right here to get out. To get out. Do not, and I repeat, do not listen if you are only an anime watcher. But if you read the manga, continue. And this is your warning. So here we are. We're going to start with the manga. What was the latest chapter? That is. I mean, the latest chapter number, I should say. Well, you know what? That case, it doesn't really matter because it's just what matters is the context of what's happening within that with what's happening within. So with One Piece, where the hell is my notes at? Okay, there we go. All right. So One Piece chapter 1085. So basically, if you read the chapter, it continued. Oda actually continued the story of what's happened to King Cobra, and in Emu. So they continued that. They sort of explained something that we already kind of knew about the will of D, or the tribe of D, that they are the enemy of the world government. They are the enemy of the celestial dragons and everything like that. So we kind of already knew that, but they just pretty much confirmed it. They just kind of solidified it. They said it like, yo, like, it is basically like they are the enemy of my existence. That was Emu said. Whether Emu is a boy or girl, we don't know.
I think it's a guy.
You think it's a guy?
Yeah, I'm starting to think it's a guy now for some reason, which I don't like, but hey, it's cool.
I mean, to be honest, I honestly don't know, and I think when the anime gets to that point, they're gonna have a voice that's just gonna be like in the middle. Yeah. You're not gonna know whether it's gonna be a male or a female, so it's gonna be a mystery. I'm still going with. I think Emu might be like. I think Emu might be a woman. I think so. Yeah. Only with the fact that Emu referred to themselves as Mu. And that little steady like moo, like it's like
Mm.
that sounds sounds a bit like feminine in my opinion, but
I don't know, man.
I don't know. Like I said, it could be anything though, but you could tell that Emu
We
is a large threat, and the fact
yeah,
that the Gurusei. So I had to go back and read this. I think that is the Gurusei. Those five shadows, those shadowy figures. I think that is the Gurusei.
I
I
told
think
you
yeah,
that
you did tell me that. You did tell me that. I had like I
is.
said, I had to keep I had, because sometimes the manga can get the visuals can get a little confusing. The manga, like
Yeah.
I said, it can get a little confusing, but I had to go back and I had to look at it again, and yeah, nah,
Oda put so much on each panel, it can get confusing. Like,
yeah,
but
but
yeah, man, it's so much right now, and I'm
it's
kind
so
of
much.
excited for One Piece. It's like basically like with all this, we still don't know what D stands for.
Well, you don't know what the actual D stands for, but you know that it's
Yeah.
yeah, and the fact that they did reveal that the Nefertiti family is part of that tribe. Thanks.
Right.
So like yes, uh you got a Nefertiti D Cobra who just basically just passed away or from this flashback died.
Got
Uh Nefertiti D Vivi,
all right.
you have that, of course, Monkey D Luffy, it's part of that. Would you consider Sabo, even though that little flashback, is he an honorary D? Is Sabo an
Nah,
honorary Sa D Bo?
funny
Oh shit, Sa Debo. Debo. So, you know
that
what?
too.
Nah,
And,
he's the honorary. He's the honorary D. Sa,
but Sabo is from like them high class people,
yeah,
so
yeah,
he
Sa,
can be a
nah, Sa. What do you mean? The V, look, yo, Lily was royal. Lily is royalty. The whole Nefertiti family is royalty.
yeah, but they was D's because of the first lady. They all became D's after that.
Bro, it doesn't matter though, man. Like
So,
they're royalty. So why can't Sabo be an honorary D, man?
well, whatever.
Like yo,
Sabo was up
Ace, Ace.
Celestial Dragon. So.
No, he's not a celestial. He's a noble. It's a difference. He's a
No,
noble.
no, but like he's a noble. Like he's up there. Like
Yeah.
his family with them and shit.
In
So
Vivi's family, the Nefertiti family, they're the nobles as well. They're royalty.
yeah, but you're not getting what I'm saying.
All right, what are you saying?
Royalty, right? Yes, they are, but they been these like from the beginning. Like they because of what's the lady name? The queen,
Lily?
whatever. Yeah, Lily
Well,
was
well,
a
Lily.
D.
Well, Lily's a D, but Lily didn't start D.
Who
Li-
started it there?
no. Like she, what Lily started was basically the whole like poneglyph thing. Like she spread it the poneglyphs. She like I said she rejected like the seat, the like the thing, like the basic celestial dragons, basically. Well, it looked like
Right,
she rejected it. I think Emu kind of like cause like Emu was I think look it felt like that it was like oh she mistakenly like spread the poneglyphs, but I think Emu knew that Lily kind of did it on purpose and was under the suspicion that Lily is a D.
yeah,
And basically Cobra confirmed it. Cobra Bay confirmed it to Emu that Lily is a D, like Nefertiti D Lily, you know.
yeah,
Which kind of like brings in like a small theory. I wonder like did Lily create Amazon Lily like during that escape? I wonder if that was the case because remember like, she never made it back to Alabaster after that. She never made it back there, but I'm wondering if she actually like created Amazon Lily. But that's something. But basically, like this whole arc has just been information bomb after information bomb after information bomb. Like the fact that
right.
even even like I said, they bring back an old antagonist, Wapo.
Yeah,
If you ever like I said, of course, like I said, if you read the manga and you read like the cover stories, you know what happens to him. Like basically, he gets thrown out of Drum Island. He's in the junkyard. He start eating the junk and then start creating toys. Look, hold up. Somebody just popped. Somebody just popped in on the side. I was looking right now. Yo, I swear, yo, if
well,
Kate, fucking brisket. Oh, he's on his phone. Oh, now he's on and he's playing Apex Legends. Ooh, he
tired of
playing.
him,
I'm
yo.
tired of him. I'm tired of him too. You have to play Apex Legends. You don't even notice that we were on either. You don't even notice. You don't even notice.
That
Man.
boy, some
Nah, but he don't watch. He don't read One Piece anyway, so he don't even know. He like, well, he watches One Piece. He's right now. I think he's on. I think he just finished. I think he just finished Whole Cake. I think he just recently finished Whole Cake Island.
yeah.
Yeah,
But
but yeah.
my
But what's your
theory
theory?
before this chapter was that Emu, because that's when I thought it was a woman. I thought that was Luffy's mom. For some reason, I don't know. I just had this feeling
You
that
thought that was Luffy's mom?
Dragon is real deep in more than what we know. Because the previous chapter revealed those 9 dragons or what that was called.
Oh, you talking about the
Dragon,
knights?
yeah, the knights.
Yeah,
And how does Dragon know about them? Like he was like, all right, we can't move until they move first because they apparently they powerful. Like we never heard of them before, ever. So how does he know? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
so Dragon is way more deep in than what we know, and that's why I was like, yo, that's Luffy's mom. For some reason, I don't know why, but that was
I
Luffy's
mean,
mom in my.
like I
But
said,
now
what is it now though?
I think I think that's a man now, so it can't be Luffy's mom.
They give me.
Yeah. The way he was talking, the mannerisms and stuff, it was just like that's a guy, man. Like that's a guy. But I don't know, man.
I don't know. We don't know. But basically, Wapo, basically marries basically Queen Universe, basically like kind of like the most prettiest woman. Uh, after this is after Wapo made his fortune again by making toys and then recreating his own kingdom again, and
Hmm.
married Miss Universe, which is basically supposed to be the most prettiest woman in the entire world of One Piece. Um, of course, I'm pretty sure that's definitely right on. Like, she's not technically the most prettiest woman, but like she's
Oh,
claimed that,
yeah.
But basically, Wapo, since he is a king, he is part of the reverie, and him stepping out and following Cobra because the last reverie, Cobra and Wapo actually like had a great argument, and they were just like, yeah, they didn't like each other. They really didn't. I think in the last reverie, I think Wapo put his hands on Vivi as well. Like I think he smacked her or something like that. There was something to his extent, but basically he always had beef with Cobra, so that's the reason why he was legit like right there when everything happened. He was spying on him because he was just
Yeah.
like, yo, what the fuck Cobra doing? Because it's one of those things where he just like hating on Cobra, just to hate on Cobra, so just to follow him to get dirt on him or something like that, and then just happen to see this situation. So now
Right.
he's like, oh shit, I saw something I didn't want to see, or I saw something
Yeah.
I shouldn't have saw, because
Right.
now there's only 3. You can say currently right now there's 3 people alive right now that have seen Emu. Well,
Yeah.
that should be seeing Emu, but 3 people that alive. That's
I'll be.
that's
Yeah.
Sabo. Cobra's dead, so you can't count him anymore. Wapo, and I'm not. Well, 2 people then. Yeah, 2. Because matter of fact, yeah, it's only 2 people. Because the snail, the transponder snail that was there that took Sabo's picture, I think that was from Wapo. I think that was Wapo spying just on Cobra
Nah,
itself.
because Mr. Wappo was looking through the hole.
He was looking through the hole. You're right. So whose transponder snail was that?
I think that was
Think
the
that
Morgan boy.
you think that Big News Morgan snail?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I don't know.
Might have
I
been
don't
Big
know.
News.
That's
I don't
kind of
know.
hard.
I don't know. I don't know. All we know is though, Wapo's creating. He creating a scene for himself, saying that I ain't see nothing. Y'all not taking me alive. And then in that process, he busts into the room where Vivi is captured by CP0, and
Yeah.
Vivi being the smart woman that she is, she takes that ride. She's like, all right, cool. Like I'm out. Like I'm hopping on Wapo. So she hops in Wapo's mouth, and as Wapo's running, his wife sees him with Vivi, and he busts out. And then
Hmm.
the wife thinks that he's having an affair with Vivi,
Right.
which it in
And she thinks,
essence it's actually fucking it is pretty funny, but this could allude to something else that's happening within that because look, you just can't. I know Oda just don't show a panel just to show a panel. He does something for a reason, and there's a reason behind the fact that he showed this universe reaction to Wapo having Vivi in his mouth and running.
right, right.
It's gonna be
Yep.
some big misunderstanding though. But the crazy thing about what's happening now currently with this arc, you don't know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah,
Like
facts.
the next chapter, I don't know. I honestly don't know where they're gonna lead. Are they gonna still do the backstory? Are they gonna show the interaction when Big News Morgan picks up Wapo and Vivi? Or are they gonna go back to Egghead Island and figure out like, okay, do you think um what Luffy and them is going through right now with the Seraphins? Like you don't know. Like you honestly don't know. I
Right,
honestly don't
right.
know what the hell's going on though. But is there anything else you want to say on this?
Nah, I just think One Piece is doing a lot better than Dragon Ball. That's all I want to
There,
say.
there's a lot of things that's unfair comparison, my friend.
No, cool.
All right. So all right. So we're going to our next topic here, which is Boruto. Yo, the Boruto manga. Oh, actually, no. Wait. Before we hit Boruto, one thing about the anime, oh my god, the anime is on point. We forgot to talk about the
So,
anime.
so, so you watched it? You watched the last few episodes?
I watched the last few episodes. And oh my
All right,
god,
good, good, good.
yo,
I'm proud of you.
yo, Toei. Okay, gotta give props where I give props. The anime when it comes down to the Wano arc has been phenomenal. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
don't get me wrong, I love reading the manga, but it ain't nothing like a good animation, especially when they do these fight scenes. And just on that,
Oh, you talking about One Piece, right?
yeah, One Piece. I forgot. Yeah,
Okay.
you're talking about One Piece.
I thought you was talking about the last
Oh,
few
Boruto.
episodes of Boruto.
Oh
You
no,
ain't
no,
watched those,
no,
did you?
I haven't watched those. Nah,
You stuck. All right,
no.
go ahead. Let's talk about what.
Well, like that, but the episode of One Piece though. Oh my god,
Yeah,
bro,
yeah, that was incredible. The fight was Sanji and
incredible.
Queen was great, but the fight with Zoro and King was like it's like one of the top, probably the top one anime fight this year already. Like,
yo, yo, they, yo, they, they went, There's no such thing as them going over. They didn't go over. They went to another stratosphere with that. They went to another
yeah,
stratosphere with that animation. It was on point, man. And you know what? I don't blame people for just saying I only watch the anime. I don't blame
right,
I don't blame that because it's like it is a spectacle to see. However, I am going to say this for you anime watchers out there, and especially the anime watchers. I'm not knocking on anybody the way how you watch your anime or how you watch your shows. You watch it based upon your own enjoyment. But just a
right.
forewarning for any anime for anybody who watching One Piece and y'all never went back and watched the beginning of One Piece. Y'all never actually sat and watched the episodes. You're going to be sadly disappointing when this arc is over. And the only reason why I say that is because if you started One Piece during the Wano arc and you're just hype about the animation, the fight scenes, the all that kind of stuff like that, you are
Yeah,
going to be disappointed because One Piece is a mix between good fight scenes and exposition. And
yep,
currently, right now within the manga, it's all exposition. Majority
Oh,
of the thing, the fight scenes are very small and minuscule. Like they have fight scenes. Go ahead.
there's things in among and that we've been waiting 20 years for.
Yeah,
Like literally,
yeah. Like
that's happening right.
and I mean, I can see it now with some people saying, "Oh, well, One Piece is kind of better, man, when it was in like Wano, and right now it just seems pretty boring because all they're doing is talking." It's like, yeah, you clearly only started during the hype of an arc,
Yeah,
you know. And this is the reason why we say One Piece is more of a journey than it is just you watching just the fight scenes itself.
right,
You know,
right,
like it is literally the journey of it. And this arc, Egghead Island, currently right now is like, holy
right.
crap! It's out there. It's out there with if it is an information bomb. It is a pure information bomb. Like without a doubt. Like so, yeah. And also, before we head off to the Boruto conversation, um, one Toei Animation have hired Warner Brothers animators. They
Wait,
hired,
what?
yeah. So like a few weeks ago, I was like close about a month ago, Toei Animation hired a few Warner Brothers animators for
For what?
for the anime
For what anime?
for One Piece.
What? Oh,
Yeah, because
okay.
because they're gonna because basically for the people who only watch anime, I mean y'all might know, but if you don't want to know, you might want to skip over this. But for manga readers and people who watch the manga, who read the manga and watch the anime, yeah, like within like sometime either in July, these episodes going to be out when Luffy goes Gear 5.
Mm-hmm.
And the way how Gear 5 is, like granted, yes, Gear 5
Oh,
technically,
that's why you said Warner Brothers. Oh, that
yeah,
makes sense. That's
yeah.
gonna be lit. That's
Uh
gonna be lit. I hope it's lit at least.
so like we all like I said, if you watch Film Red, technically that is the first like Film Red
Yeah,
is technically the first like animated showcase of Gear 5. However, I see that more as a skin rather than
yeah,
it being Gear 5 because you see how serious Luffy is and his move set his that one punch was basically him just doing Snake Man and just the skin of Gear 5. That's all basically what it is. If you go back and watch
right.
it, you'll see that. But like this, like I said, the actual Gear 5 is going to be animated. I think it's currently being animated now. And that's why they have the Warner Brothers, a few Warner Brothers animators to come in and
Right.
give their 2 cents within the animation field because Gear 5 Luffy is freedom, it's cartoony, it's silly, like and that's like I said, it's definitely the polar opposite.
Uh, now, now I'm thinking about it. That's the reason I didn't like it.
Yeah, but like
Yeah, that's the reason.
that's that.
Uh,
Yeah, see, that's the reason why you don't like it, but that's the reason why I like it because it's different from what other shonen protagonists do when they're like at their max form. I like
mhm.
it because, like I said, it is different, And if you really think about it, it fits Luffy's personality, it fits his style and everything. Luffy is not a serious person. He's really not. He's serious when it comes to his friends, but overall, it's like, bro, like I said, if you look at Bounce Man, right? When Luffy first went Gear 4, the one thing that it reminded me of is Super Saiyan 4, the dark around the eyes, the serious nature. Yes, he's big, he's bouncing, can't stop from bouncing. But once he goes Snake Man, like, come on now. When you saw Snake Man, Gear 4 Snake Man, yo, he looked low. Listen, he was ferocious. He looked serious, And then Gear 5 just took all that and just says, nah, it's goofy. Monkey D. Luffy is goofy now, and it's like he's always been goofy. Like it fits
Yeah,
it fits
totally.
his style. It wouldn't look right if Zoro was like Gear 5 and Zoro goes cartoony. Like it won't fit Zoro's style. It really honestly wouldn't fit anybody else's style but Luffy because Luffy is so carefree. And even like I said, his creative movesets is just something that only somebody with a free spirit or a childlike mind can come up with. Come on, gum gum
Right.
UFO. I'm gonna twist my body around and then fling it like a helicopter, and then come on, that's no other person.
Right.
Like, that's just stupid, man. That's what I like about it, though. It's just stupid though. But yeah, looking at
Yeah.
sometime maybe in somewhere in July, maybe early August, you might start. They're gonna start animating that. They're gonna start releasing those. Um, that portion of the anime. So we're almost there, people. Gear 5 Luffy animated. Everybody gonna know about it. You know. But now, actually, we're gonna hit to the next segment, which is Boruto. All right. So the Boruto
Yeah.
manga, because I haven't watched the anime, and I know you've been telling me to watch the anime, and I'm gonna give it a shot. The last few episodes, I just couldn't stand it after the damn dinosaurs. But
Yeah. Just watch. Oh, after that, just
I
start.
know, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. But the manga is on hiatus, and they are definitely going to do a time skip, hands down.
Definitely. Definitely. Um, it's good. It's like I don't even really like. I'm just excited for it, and I'm mad that they doing this hiatus because I'm so like interested in what's going to happen. But I feel like Sasuke about to die somehow. I think Cole gonna kill Sasuke. That's what I think. Or Kawaki. I don't know. It's just one of them gonna kill. It might be Cole though.
I think it might be Code. I can see
Yeah.
Code doing that.
No, you know what? It's gonna be Kawaki. You
Yeah,
know
you
why?
want
Because
Kawaki?
remember, Sasuke, Sasuke was affected by the girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't really know. He still thinks Kawaki is his student. So
But he
he's
trusts
just
his
going.
daughter.
Yeah, he's going off a whim on what Sadara said, and so he's trusting her word, and he's just going off on a whim, and like fuck it, I'm gonna go with Boruto. You know what I mean, but it'll make more sense for someone he thinks is his student who actually betrayed him and everybody else to kill him. I don't know. I think one thing about Boruto, they did Sasuke dirty the whole Boruto, except for like the beginning. But they kind of did him like kind of dirty. Like they made him weak, way weak, nerfed him, all of that. So I guess this is time to go, man.
Yeah.
It's to kill off another Uchiha though. That's kind of fucked up. Though. And it killed the whole clan. Damn, you're about to kill her and leave one left again? Like damn.
I mean, well,
But
that's just a theory. You don't know. You really don't know if they're going to kill him or not. You know, like
yeah, but they
we already know at this point. You know, Naruto isn't dead. Naruto and Hinata are in another dimension
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
You know, that Kawaki put them through. Which, like I said, the last few chapters of Boruto has been good. It really has. Um, like I said, for a little while, now say for about like I would say about 4 or 5 chapters ago, I wasn't really caring for it because it was sort of like in that middle ground, you know? It was in that middle
Right.
ground. Nothing was really happening. You already, but like once they did that code switch, like once she did the switch, like yo, that's a ability. And the fact that she did like shit, she did apologize. She did apologize to Naruto and was just like, oh, Boruto. She did apologize to Boruto because she didn't mean for that to happen. You know,
Yeah.
she was just upset that damn, like they really about to get my man's Kawaki, so I got to do something, right? You know what I mean? Like I said, she's not fully a bad person for that. Like, you know what I mean? Like she's not fully a bad person. And even like Kawaki's not really a fully bad person because his reasoning
Even
behind it
her,
was that.
even, she was even feeling bad. She like, damn, like I didn't know it was gonna do all of this. And she even had to tell Boruto sorry. Like she like,
Yeah,
look, bro, like I ain't want this to go this far
I didn't
now.
want to
Like,
go this far, but like I like the way like this is the one thing I do like about Boruto is the fact that Boruto just rolls with it. He's like, well, fuck it, it happened. Like I just gotta roll with it.
right,
Like you know what I mean?
right. Like, he's not like breaking down like he thought. like Momoshiki thought he was going to break down. Like
Yeah.
he's actually taking it. Like you know what I mean, and that's cool. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. What you think going to happen? Like what you think's happening?
Like, to be honest, man, I think, of course, like it's definitely going to be a whole like big. It's definitely going to be like a whole big thing. I think what's going to happen is it's going to get to a point where Salada is going to step in, and I'll get like that. She's not going to die. She's not. She's not. Salada is not going to die, but she is going to get knocked out. She's going to get hurt. I think she is going to hurt coming in to defend to defend Naruto or Boruto. And I think that's going to be that opening of that. I think that's really going to be that opening where Sasuke can come in, realize that the situation, because like the person that's going to hurt him is going to be the person that is going to hurt her is Kawaki. I think Kawaki is going to hurt Sarada on the notion of he realized that she's not affected by it, and she knows, you know,
Right.
and having Sasuke see that, because they say it's going to be a notion where Sasuke's going to see it or sense it or something like that. Notice that Boruto is nowhere to be near that situation or nowhere near to be there, and he's going to put two to two together, and that's going to be like the fight, or like I said, because I can sense, I do agree with you. I do sense that Sasuke might die in this, like, because it's really is right now. Currently, there's no reason for him to really just kind of still be alive. Really,
It's over.
I mean, like, I'm trying to think, because like the purpose of some of these characters. I mean, listen, I say overall, when it comes down to Boruto as a whole, the other characters really doesn't matter anymore. They really don't. Like, they try to make it relevant, but they ain't relevant, man. This is Boruto's story. All right, like, it's sad that Sarada, who is an Uchiha, by the way, all right, like, yo, she really should be like on Boruto's level. She really should be. It's a shame they don't. Huh?
And she just opened my Sharingan.
We say it again.
So just opened my Nakio Sharingan.
Yeah, she did. Actually, yeah, she did.
And I'm interested to see her powers. I think she's gonna have like a powers like Itachi.
Ooh.
Genjutsu. And she was like the best Genjutsu user like ever down there.
Yeah.
Chapter his joint.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
No, you're right. All right. So there anything else you wanna add?
No, I just want you to watch the last few episodes of the anime.
All right, I'm gonna watch it when I get. I'm done. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. But
Please.
so wow, we're already over an hour with this. So we're not gonna skim through all of these topics, because we're running close on time. But let's do actually let's go in. Oh, actually, you know what, bro? Let's talk about some what's the name? Because we're thinking of doing a watch along.
Right.
Think about doing a few watch alongs, either movies of our movies and TV shows that we're going to do watch alongs with, and we want to start doing that soon, and start uploading those. And if we're not going to show, here's the thing: we're not going to show the actual things that we're watching. However, we will send you the times on when we're watching it, so you can watch along with us together as we're watching these films. And one of the first films I want to try to tackle is PB Big Adventure, because I feel that movie alone, that's probably that movie had every scene is a quotable line.
Yeah.
Like, that's
a really good movie.
Yeah, that's a great movie. So we're gonna be doing that soon. We came up with a few movies in mind that we wanna tackle. What movies you got in store, Xenith?
I want to do
kind of forgot some of them.
That's what
But
just,
definitely
just name a few.
want to do ET.
E.T. All right.
I think we should do you said Friday.
Yeah, I think we
Um
should do Friday. You said no because that's your favorite movie, which I don't understand.
because I will be saying every line as the movie's playing.
And that's the whole point. It's a
I think
watch along. We're going to be commentating throughout the movie. It's not going to be because
facts.
these are movies that movies that we already seen, that we already saw. Like we saw these movies like plenty of times. There might be some movies that we never seen before, right? Like when I said, like, I mentioned Hardcore Henry, and you said you never seen that before. So like that's why I be like, but nah, like Friday got to be up there.
Yeah, we should do Warriors.
Yes, I love the Warriors.
Um, Warriors. What else? I don't know.
Like I said, there's a name a few though, but those are the ones I want to do. This old movie, this old movie, called My Pet Monster. Yo, it's an old movie. It's just stupid as hell, but I want to watch it. I want to watch it on there. But PB Big Adventure will be the first one that we're gonna do. So
Right.
if you have Max, because they don't call it HBO Max anymore, they call it Max now. But if you have Max, you can follow us when we do this stream and do that though. But let's talk about, or let's see, we can save the Spider-Man trailer. We don't have to do that yet. You can close that
Yeah.
out. We don't have to do that one.
Why change it from HBO Max to Max? Is it not HBO no more?
It's called Max now. The streaming service is called Max now. It's not HBO Max anymore. It's just called Max, and that's because of the Warner Brothers and Discovery merger. So they added more like Discovery Channel stuff to
Uh,
to the platform. So it's because of that merger. I'm just like, geez, because like ever since that merger, they got rid of some really good shows. They got rid of some really good shows that really irked me, man. And it's just like, wow, y'all really did this. Yeah. But let's see. Few topics before we skate on out of here. Um let's do all right. So let's talk about the Daryl Davis. Cause like that's a pretty good story. So basically, like I said before
yeah,
at the beginning, Daryl Davis is a musician who's befriended and encouraged over 200 KKK members to give up their robes. And that's a pretty good story. That's a pretty
yeah,
damn good story. Like if of course KK is a terrorist group, and I say it like it is. They are a terrorist group. That that's been plaguing this country for centuries. Uh,
yeah. Fact.
and not really no one that really does anything about it. They just kind of just brush over it. But nah, they're of a nuisance. But it took a brave black man to use his music and to use his charisma to basically break down their prejudices and races, to basically give up their way of thinking, which is admirable. At like at like that's a very admirable thing to do. And this kind of
Yeah,
showcases how we can learn from this as a whole. Now, granted, yes, it takes a strong soul, a very strong soul, to tolerate and be around such big bigotry, and it really do. However, that's the whole point. Is strength. You know, it's kind of hard to fight hate with hate, and sometimes yes, it is very tiring to be the bigger person, the better person. It is sometimes it is very tiring. But like I see this as a way to where try to incorporate some sort of tolerancy when somebody who don't see eye to eye with you. right? Like we all have to work. We all have to, I've met people and like had to work with people that just didn't like me based upon my skin color. But like by the end of the day, it was just like, listen, I'm not going out having drinks with you, but we do have to work together. And by the end of the day, it was just like, it was actually cool. It was chill. It wasn't that grand. I mean, and I guarantee a lot of his conversations, I guarantee a lot of his conversations was basically not religion and not like any type of like politics.
Right.
You know?
Can you hear? You can hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember I was watching him on Joe Rogan podcast, and he was saying like how like he had a whole conversation with the guy, and he met the guy, one of the KKK family members, like a top guy too. And he
Mm-hmm.
said he met him. He had a conversation with him like before, and he didn't know that he was black. And then when he sat down, he was like skeptical first. He thought he was being set up or whatever. But then after he sat down, the guy basically was spilling his whole racial thing, how he's better than blacks and all of that. And the guy was just saying little things to make him think. But throughout the whole conversation, he was just still doing his thing. But he said after that, they left, they went their separate ways, and then he got a call from the guy and was like, hey, I want to talk to you and stuff like that. Because I guess he made him think about the shit that he was saying and basically how it was bullshit. And he said that guy's been cool and been his friend since. Like, so it is a really good topic. Like the guy, he is doing some good stuff. He said, I forgot how he actually started doing it. I don't know if that was one of the first ones or maybe, but I mean, he definitely did some good stuff, and he's making these people think about like, maybe I was raised wrong or maybe this shit
Yeah.
is wrong. And that, so,
But like
yeah.
yeah, but the reason why I'm bringing up this topic because I know a lot. Like I said, think about it. Is in our society we have so many different like viewpoints and people like you know like living situation styles, all that kind of stuff like that, and it's really damaging today, especially with social media and how big of a social bubble that we're in. And it actually gotten to the point where if you don't agree with me, then we can no longer be friends. Now, like I said, Zenith, we've been working together for the past 6 years. You know, I consider you my brother. There's things that I disagree with you on, and there are things you disagree with me on. But there's nothing in this. There's nothing that can just really just separate us to the point where you're just like, I no longer talk to you because you don't share my political or life views. It's like, and that's the issue that we have today is the fact that people don't want to just give up or they don't want to give up their own personal views all because of, oh well, this person don't think just like me, so oh you're a bigot and that's it, call it. And it's like not realizing that you're swimming in that same boat, even though you're not, like I said, you're not as bad, like you're not as bad as that person as doing dastardly things, but you're still swimming in that same pool, you know
Yeah.
like I said. So stories like this is not promoted enough because I feel that yes, on social media, they want people to be in an echo chamber. They want people to feel like what they believe in is the right way, and if anybody else who don't believe in that same way is your enemy and is wrong. And that's part of that whole divide and conquer type stuff, you know. But stories like this is prime examples that yes, humans can change. Okay, we can think one way, all right, and then figure out that what, maybe I was wrong, or what, this ain't working out for me, let me try it this way, type of thing. We're able to change. It's one of those things where you're just like, listen, I always say it like this: if I disagree with somebody, then I just disagree with somebody. But as long as you don't put your hands on me, and as long as you're not like a total jerk face or anything like that, listen, I have no issues. All right. Like,
Right.
you are who you are. I ain't here to change you. Okay. It's not my job. My job isn't to change you. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to accept you for you, and that's it. Plain and simple. And that goes like I said. If you're LGBTQ, I accept you for you. If you're a bigot, guess what? I'm going to accept you for you. I might have a little less toleration, but I'm still going to accept you for you. Like that's like I'm not here to change you. Who am I, right? Like who am I? I'm not here to change you. You know what I mean? And then like I said, once I figured out that like most people, when you talk to people in person, like face to face, a lot of times people don't even like people really ain't. People don't say half the stuff they say online. What they say in person. That's all I'm saying. Like you got all like I'm talking on both ends. I'm talking on both ends. Like like you got the LGBTQ. They sit there, they say their little stuff online. Oh, you this, you that, and everything like that. You talk to them in person, they ain't about that. Come on, crazy. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. You know what I mean? Y'all not talk in person. That's all I'm saying. Talk in person. Trust me, it will work out for you in the long run. But yeah, nah, this story, Daryl Davis, yo, you're doing the humanitarian job of changing people's lives, and I really do appreciate that. Uh, and before we sign off, we're gonna do this one with the working conditions at a Michigan branch of GameStop. So, Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom was released about a few weeks ago, and this one GameStop in Michigan, all the staff left during that opening. And remind you, the Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, that was probably one of the biggest gaming openings like in years. Like people were legit waiting in line. Like when the last time you heard of any game do something like that where where a game is released and people literally wait in line like it's the early 2000s.
Right.
Like this was the first time in years that a video game have done that. Not even Breath of the Wild have done that. That's the crazy thing. So Tears of the Kingdom was able to get people outside their homes, wait in front of a GameStop at midnight to get a game.
Right.
And this GameStop in Michigan, the employees there walked out during that release date out of protest of poor working conditions. And that's not the first time I heard that GameStop is not a great place to work. Because I remember like when I was, around high school or me getting out of high school, I wanted to work at a GameStop because, well, shit, I'm a gamer. Why wouldn't I want to, right? But I like I said, it's crazy, man. I feel it's more of a blessing that I've never worked at a GameStop because, holy crap, the
Yeah.
stories that I've heard from that, and there's YouTubers out there that'll tell you those stories too.
Yeah, I like clothes, but I can't see myself working at a fashion store unless it's my own place. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
nah, I hear you.
So
I hear you. Yeah. So, but yeah, nah, like all I'm saying is, man, if your employees are that upset based upon your working conditions, like y'all got to do something. Like don't blame the employees for walking out. And I think more employees should start doing that. They should start caring about themselves more so than a corporation. Cause shit, that's your lives, man. I be like, listen, those bad working conditions where I mean, let's see what's yeah, nah. Just like you said, it's I'm glad that they were strong enough to walk out because of working conditions. I'm glad.
but like, what was the conditions that they're so upset? Like, what was they saying? Like,
Uh, let's see. Let's see if this article said not one of the entire staff posted the message in the world. Let's see if I can find. All right. So apparently they posted up. I'm gonna showcase this on your thing so you can read this too. Hold on. Let me share. I'm gonna share this. And then I'm gonna share it on the Discord real quick. There we go. All right. So apparently from this post right here,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately, due to poor working conditions, the staff at Blank GameStop have decided to resign effective immediately. Management overwork, underpay, and underappreciate its frontline workers, set unrealistic expectations, and consistently threaten termination for any employee that cannot exceed them. To all of our loyal guests, we are terribly sorry for the inconvenience. We appreciate we appreciate every one of you and your continuing business, but I literally cannot pay my rent. If you have any questions, comments, complaints, please forward them to region manager blank and director manager blank, and they got the emails for that. So yeah, so pretty much like that's not the first time I heard of a GameStop or it, like gaming companies have unrealistic expectations, such as certain sales. Like how when you go into a GameStop and they have to ask you like, oh, you have your Power Rewards card. Do you wanna get a warranty on this item? Do you want to pre-order
Right.
this? And you know how annoying it is as a consumer. Like you go in there, you say, "Nigga, I just want to buy this one game. Like why you ask me all these questions?" That's because they force it upon them. The corporation says, "Yo, you have to meet a certain criteria, right? You have to meet like a certain quota of pre-orders, warranties, power up rewards cards, all that kind of stuff like that. They have to meet a certain quota, and if they don't reach that quota, then corporate comes down with an iron hammer and basically like, yo, like y'all not doing what you're supposed to do, and we're gonna threaten to fire you and all that kind of stuff like that. With on top of
Right.
that, look like they said they're underpaid, they're not getting paid enough, you know. And
Yeah.
of course, you could create the argument of saying, well, you know what, like that shouldn't be your only job. Like you should be able to have a second job. But it's like with that, it's like why should it be though? Like I feel that this goes into the topic of working conditions in this country, where I don't care. Like I said, a service industry job is a skill set. You tell me, if anybody tells me that it's not a skill set, then they have never worked in that field ever in their life. They don't know how it is to deal with the public, right? To deal with the mindset of
Mhm.
people that says the customer is always right. All
Right.
right,
Right.
like you know what I mean? Like it is a skill set, you know. And I believe I don't care if you work at McDonald's, I don't care if you work at GameStop, I don't care if you work at an Acme or whatever. If you work, if you are working and you have to fill out a W-2, they should pay you enough for at least a one studio apartment.
Right.
They
Well,
should.
let me ask you, what is the point of GameStops anymore? Like you a gamer more than me, so you need to tell like what is the point if you could just download all the games online?
Well, I'll say this: the point of a GameStop currently right now is you're right. There is no point, really. To be honest, really is no point. Their GameStop is struggling right now, and I honestly don't see GameStop being a thing in the next, like I would say, probably in the next 5 years or maybe 10
Yeah.
years. I don't see them unless they change their whole entire formula. That's why when you go into a GameStop, you see more toys and
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 stuff, man.
clothes rather than games. Like look at their game walls is just like bare. It's like bare bones.
Yeah.
GameStop
Yeah.
basically see game and like I said, the thing about GameStop is they really messed up when they got rid of their retro gamings. Like
Right.
beforehand, we're talking guys in the early 2000s. You like I said, if you're questioning like Bruce, how do you have such a huge like N64 or how do you have like a GameCube collection, right? Like how you got all these rare GameCube games? Like how do you got all these good PS2 games and stuff like that? And that's because of GameStop. Like back in the day, in the early 2000s, GameStop would sell new games and they would sell old games.
They had a section for each system.
They had a section for each system. They had a bargain bin of NES, Super Nintendo, Genesis games, Game Boy games, like, and they would constantly go on sale. They would constantly be like, "Yo, like, there's a buy two get one free," you know. And it, to me, it's like, yes, GameStop is corporate, but when they had those retro games, it kind of like what it did was it pretty much set a play field on how much these retro games would cost, right? And it like I said, I'm not blaming the mom and pop shops. That's not their fault. I'm not blaming mom and pop shops. I'm not blaming vendors at conventions. I'm not blaming them at all. This all boils down to how corporations work and how they diminish the feel or the realms of certain things. Because they like I said, whether you like it or not, corporations set the mood. They set the pricings of certain things. So back in the early 2000s, when you went to get a NES game, the only rare games that you could legit say that it always was that high was like Little Samson, Flintstones, Flintstones and Dinosaur Peak, like games like that. Those games were always set high because they were always sought after because those are like sort of like late NES titles. But when you're looking at games such as Super Mario Brothers, Contra, Mega Man, Techno Bowl, like those games like that, like they weren't that expensive. Like you back in the day, like back in the early 2000s, Super Mario Brothers would go for about $5. Super Mario Brothers 3, you can get that for like $10. Now you're looking at $20, $30 for those games.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, like I said, like common games and uncommon games was like it was affordable. When I got Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, right? When I got Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, that right there was, I'm gonna close this out. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door was legit. Like, what? I bought that for $15 at GameStop back in the day. Like, and now you go and look at it. That game's like an $80 game, and for what? Thousands and thousands of those games were sold. There's no reason for that game to be that much, But the reason why is that much is because like I said again, the only place you can buy them is basically on eBay, or if you find a vendor, or if you go to a mom and pop shop, and they're just following the trends on what's selling online.
Right.
When GameStop took that out of their market, because remember, GameStop is a corporation, so that means corporations, they have moved out mom and pop shops. They took them out of shopping malls and centers and all that kind of stuff like that because they had the money to build these shops. But then what happens is they say, okay, people don't want to play retro games anymore. People wanted to play new games. Let's take out the retro games. So you take out the retro games, and that leaves it to just, well, where did these massive games come from? Where did the mass of these games come from, right? Where did they go? They go into storage. They go on eBay for lots, all that kind of stuff like that. And the next thing you know, there's less people selling them, which they can raise the price. They can control the price range now. No longer corporations can do that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then,
GameStop definitely.
Because
if you think about it, like everything you can get from GameStop, you could get from Walmart and more from Walmart. Like
exactly.
It's like no point.
There's no point. There's no point of GameStop. There really isn't. If GameStop would have kept their retro games, then there would be a point.
Yeah, they will be unique.
They will be unique. They will keep their and the crazy thing about it, they try to bring back their retro games, but they was like, oh, we're only going to do it online, and y'all fucked up with that immensely by sending out talking about, oh well, we check our games. You sent out broken games, scratch games, fake games. So people legit like just conning you guys, which, I'm not going to sit there and shame somebody for conning them. You gave them the window. Like legit taking rare games, taking rare expensive games, swapping them with cheaper games, but just covering them up. And y'all never checked their games. You just gave them the money and just called it a day. And then when people go and say, "Ooh, I want to get Little Samson," and they buy Little Samson from GameStop for $500, and they receive fucking, I don't know, like Techno Bowl with a Little Samson cover. Like, yeah, I wouldn't trust you guys either.
Right.
You know, I wouldn't trust you guys either. You know, but yeah, that's yeah. GameStop, there's no point. There's really no point in you guys. Y'all just survive. The only time I actually go to a GameStop is just to talk to some of the employees, because some of the employees are some GameStops, y'all have really good employees, and y'all, and like I said, you have employees there that know video games. It's sad that y'all not getting paid as much,
Right.
and like you said, I get it. You could use it as a second job, but that's the point. But the problem with these corporations, right, is they don't want you to be their second job. They don't want to allow you to even have a second job. They want you, because like I said, I worked at retail for well over 10 years, and let me tell you, they don't like the idea of you having another job, but yet they don't pay you to have a single job.
Right.
You know what I mean? See what I mean? So it's just like, that's why I say, when I say these corporations or any job should pay you a livable wage, and somebody say, "Well, what's a livable wage?" A livable wage is one job, only one, regardless of what it is. One job is able to afford you a one studio apartment with utilities, and you're able to feed yourself the bare minimum.
Right.
So
Shit,
that
bro.
means that means if a one studio bedroom, if the median range in your area, right, a one studio bedroom apartment is $1,000, right, $1,000 a month. That means, with expenses, travel, and all that kind of stuff like that, like I said, a month, you should be paying me like no less than 2,000 a month. Real shit.
Right.
Or not even 2,000. Not even that, really. 3,000, really. Because you still got to take, like you got to take an effect of travel, expenses, you know, but like the basic necessities, you know. And it's crazy because we're the only generation, like millennials and up, like, so millennials and Gen Z, we are the generation that had to deal with, you kids can't work at one job. Okay, we got to have multiple jobs to stay above water, or multiple streams of income. No other generation had to deal with that. No other generation had to deal with that. If somebody from the previous generation had to get a second job, it was literally just for fun. It was just literally just like, "Oh, this is just my fun money," or "This is just my vacation funds." That's it. I don't need another job to basically stay above water and to feed my family.
Right.
Like I said, if we want to get down, but like, that's a whole nother conversation for another time, because I can get real deep into this though. But yeah,
Right.
that was the GameStop. Everybody quit. Good on them for actually standing up for your own rights as workers. And don't let anybody tell you that you're lazy, because you're not lazy. You have a better sense of worth than any other generation. I will say that. So before we end
Right.
this, anime recommendations. What do you got for me, man? What do you recommend?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I get you.
I'm really not watching nothing new right now. I'm watching, I'm just on Demon Slayer right now. We
All right.
already finished Chainsaw Man. I'm trying to think what I've been watching. Yeah, I just been watching the old stuff, man. Going back, man. I'm watching Yu Yu Hakusho,
All right.
stuff like that, man. I'm just trying to, because some of this new stuff. Well, not some of this new stuff. Dragon Ball. It just been pissing
What?
me off. I gotta go back and watch, the old stuff, man.
Well,
So Hunter, Yu Yu Hakusho, Demon Slayer. That's the stuff I'm watching right now. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Like,
Well, uh, few recommendations though that I'm currently watching. Hell's Paradise. Currently
yeah, I'm
watching
gonna
that.
check that.
Yep. There's 9 episodes out. So I think that is still ongoing, if I'm not mistaken. I think that is still ongoing.
I'm gonna check that.
Check that out. You know, Hell's Paradise. I've also been watching this one anime called. See you about see Zena about to be mad. I don't care. All right.
I'm
So I
listening. Man.
started reading this manga called I Got Cheated. I got a cheat skill in another world and became an unrivaled in the real world too. And basically, it's not an isekai because you know it's not an isekai because the man didn't die. He's just basically like he was a fat guy that was getting bullied on by his school by his schoolmates and basically his siblings as well. But the only person that actually cared for him was his grandfather. So when his grandfather passed, his grandfather gave him the house, gave you know the grandfather his house, you know, and basically uh the parents his parents probably you know basically kicked him out, so he lives in his grandfather's home, and he found a mysterious door that sent him to another world, and basically it was like all these weapons that were like high in level, and he was able to level up. So his first night at his grandfather's home into this another world, he was able to level himself up to a level 100, and then when he woke up the next day, he was fit. Like you know, his whole structure's changed, and basically it's an anime about you know his self confidence building based upon his appearance and what he's doing in the other world. And
Isekai.
is well not so much as the isekai because he's able to go back into the regular world. He's able to go back to his
Oh,
real
it's still an Isekai though.
bro. I feel that an isekai. I feel that an
That's what you
isekai.
feel.
No, yeah, no. Hold on. See, because like I said, there's no guarantee. See, no, I can't look up a definition, and I don't feel like looking up a definition. But I'm going by what the fuck I feel, and that's what I'm saying. My feelings, all right, which is valid, all right. I feel that it's not an isekai because he's not stuck in that world. Okay, he's able to jump. He's able to go back and forth within that world, and what happens in that other world, it affects him in his regular world as well. So with him leveling up, he's able to read like so great. He gains a skill where he's able to he can read any language, right? It affects the real world because when he's in school and the teacher asks him, "Yo, what's this in English?" he's able to read it fluently without like any worries. So that's actually pretty cool.
Uh, that's an Isekai, man. You lucky I cannot think of this show name right now, bro. This anime's name right
I'm
now.
tired.
I
I'm
cannot.
tired of you. I'm
We go
tired of you.
off.
I'm tired of you though.
When
But
we
yeah.
go off,
But
I'm a,
anyway. Anyway. I know you sick of me already. Anyway. uh yeah, I'm reading the manga and I've realized that they have an anime out for that. So I'm started watching the anime. The anime
yeah,
it's skipping certain things, but I think it's pretty cool. I'm also
it's a
watching.
stupid,
Oh, go ahead.
it's a, it's a stupid name that you recommended, but it sounds interesting. Like
What?
I would check it out.
Oh,
The one you just recommended.
well, what? Well, what? I mean, like, okay, the name is long, and I think a lot of those animes that has the long titles, they kind of have a same. They sort of have a certain premise to it, though. You know, they said I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. Like that's basic synopsis. That's basically the synopsis of that anime, like or that manga. That's basically telling you exactly what's going to happen.
And that,
There's actually another manga that I just started reading. Hold up. This one have an even like longer title. I don't even think they don't have a let's see, hold on. All right. So this was even longer title, right? They don't have an
I
anime
could
for it
sense you.
yet, but this one's called Backstab in a Backwater Dungeon. My party tried to kill me, but thanks to an infinite gotcha, I got level 9,999 friends and aim out for revenge.
Okay. I can't with you.
But now, I'm started reading that manga, and that manga is like, that manga's on point. And I ain't gonna lie, it is.
You know it sounds stupid.
It's the title is stupid. I ain't gonna lie, the title is stupid, but it's also like, it's actually fire though. But there's one more anime that I'm watching on Crunchyroll called Rokudo's Bad Girls. So basically, it's another, like I said, it's funny. I don't know. I like underdog stories. I do. I'm a sucker for underdog stories. But basically in this anime, again, this kid gets bullied in school. Everybody don't, people don't like him. I ain't gonna lie, he got two weirdo friends, and I'm talking like, when I mean immensely weirdos, they're immensely weirdos. Like even I would be like, bro, y'all need to chill with that. Like, like, but like it's one his two best friends, which is oh god, was it Colonel, who is a military nut. Like he wears a beret. Like he wears a beret, green clothes and shit like that. And I was like, bro, like you wild for that. Like, well, come on, like chill out, bro. Like either you go to join the military or you don't join the military. Like, come on, like get out of here with that. And then you have his other friend who is, I don't know what is up with Japan and fat people. Like, bro, like fat people are cool. Like, why y'all always making fat people like the ugly motherfuckers? Like, come on.
I know.
Like, I'm tired of y'all with that shit. But you can call him Chief, and Chief is just like your bona fide just weeaboo nerd type thing. But all three of his friends gets bullied, right? And basically, when the main character, Rokudo, goes into his grandfather's home, right? And of course, like I said, again, grandfather's dead, so I don't know what's with the protagonists and grandfathers and they dying or whatever like that. But anyway, he finds this spell that his grandfather has, that any bad girl or delinquent girl just likes him, starts to like him. Like they fall in love with him. So basically, like this baddest John, like yo, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the picture. Hold on, I'm gonna screen share this, John, so you can see, so you can see like the picture of it though. But like, okay. So the chick in the middle, the blonde chick in the middle. Yeah, like yo, when she first gets on the scene, she just like whooping. She's just whooping niggas' ass. Like, nah, she really is. Like, I'm like, yo, like, why is she so angry? But then when she goes up to Rokudo, because he has that spell on him, she just falls in love with him, and just like she does anything that he says, you know. And basically, like, it just him just like start befriending these delinquent girls, which actually helped him befriend a bully that used to bully him, but because he got his ass whooped by this bully and he wouldn't fall down, like his power is getting his ass whooped, and the bully goes, "Oh, you ain't running. Oh, you ain't fall. Oh, you still. Damn, I'm tired of swinging on you. Let's be friends." I mean, look, it is like that whole concept. I ain't gonna lie, is fucking stupid. I ain't gonna lie.
Do this anime. Do the people in here have powers?
No. Except for the only power is Rokudo with that spell that he has for attracting delinquent girls.
All right, next.
All right, you're like, I'm done. They ain't got no damn powers.
If they don't have powers, there's no point in me watching this. I done lived in high school. I know what happens in high school. Go to the next guy. See, there you go, Demon Slayer. See.
Well, yeah, we got Demon Slayer. My Home Hero. That's another good one. Fuck you, man.
No, it's not.
Nah, that is good. I like My Home Hero. They don't have powers in it, man. Screw you. All right, shit.
No, it's an anime. I can't think of it, bro.
I'm tired of you.
All right, what's it called? What's the anime called where they got like a sniper? They got like a person with the swords, and then like when you die, like you go back to like the base. You know what I'm talking about, bro? The young boy with the white hair.
I don't know what they're doing.
Oh, they be wearing like the blue, and then the kid with the white hair, he got like a black suit.
Yo, I honestly don't know.
Fuck,
Have you
fuck,
watched it on
fuck.
Crunchyroll?
Yeah, it was watched on Crunchyroll. Remember me? Amir was watching it a while ago.
Hold on. I'm looking through my watch history.
It was a long time ago though. He was watching it. So.
Hold on.
I'm looking at it. I'm trying to see. Then the watch history show every episode.
What's that?
The watch history shows every episode.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
shows
it was
every.
just
Yeah, that shows every episode. But
okay.
let's see. I see you got Boruto. See you watching Fire Force, Mob Psycho. Welcome to School Orient, Rise of the Shield Hero,
Not that.
Doctor
Before that,
Stone,
not that. Dr. Stone has been got. It's got good too. Damn, what the fuck is it called?
All Saint Street.
No,
Who
keep
watching
going.
that?
Not me. Or maybe it was me actually.
Yeah, probably would you because I didn't watch it.
Damn, what the?
DC
It's there,
no,
yo. Keep going, yo. I know what it looked like.
not Spy Family. Bro, are you sure you saw it on Crunchyroll?
Yeah,
Because we're going back.
I know. It was a while ago we watched it. Go. Wait, is that it? No, that's not it. Next. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Aaron Raccoon.
Fucking call, man. I cannot think of the name and it's pissing me off.
Who?
It's not
Bungo? Bungo Stray
it's not
Dog?
it's not none of them. Keep going. You gonna know as soon as you see it, you gonna know it. It's not none of them. Not none of them. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Dog, where is it?
Yeah, we watching all the Dragon Ball Z, man. And
Me.
no, you.
Yeah, you know I gotta go back and watch some of my favorite episodes once in a while.
See, Life Lesson, Dawn Orient. Okay, One Piece, Spy Family, Boruto, more Boruto. That number you watching Boruto.
That's how Mary. Go ahead. I'm watching that bull crap.
Yeah, that's still you.
Is it?
Don't Toy With Me. Nah, it's not that. General
I wish I
Super,
remember that. Those was
Dragon
just
Ball.
called.
Bro,
That's you watching
bro,
Dragon Ball, man. Yo, it's there. Just keep going. Just keep going.
Don't Toy With Me. Tamagotchi
Because you gotta
Games.
see. Because
Rise of Shield Hero. Orient. Magical Senpai? No. Is it
keep
wrong to
going.
pick up
Keep
girls
going.
in the dungeon?
Hell no. Keep going.
I mean, that's a good show, though.
Keep
Don't get me
going.
wrong. Is it wrong to pick up girls in
I
the
know
dungeon?
you
Is a good
said
show. That
it's
is a
all
good show.
you, Dragon Ball.
Shenmue. My Dress Up
Yeah.
Darling. More Isn't Wrong.
Why the fuck? Where is it? Yo, we
Bro,
was
boy with a
watching
white
it.
hair. Like, yeah. Is
No.
it wrong to
What's
pick
that
up girls in
called?
the dungeon, right?
No. Hell no. It's not him. He got
Bro.
you know who you know what I'm talking about, bro. You
Yamishibai
know
is a
what I'm
good
talking
one. Yamishibai is a good one. God. Bro, all right, listen. We're going to have
Oh,
to
just
end
go, scroll fast. Yeah. Just scroll fast. I can see. Nope, go.
it. Yo, it can't be down this far. Bro, this is like 2 years ago.
It ain't 2 years ago now. It can't be 2 years
Bro,
ago.
we're at November 6th, 2021.
What? All right, hold on. Let me think of this name, bro. Keep going though. Go,
Bro,
no, go down.
we're in 2021. Bro.
All right, it's
Ain't
there.
no way we're down this far.
I bet you it's about to pop up. It's about to pop up. Wait, that ain't it. Go ahead, keep going.
Bro.
It's right there. It's coming.
I swear, bro. We ain't this far, bro.
It's that far, yo.
Bro, it's
It's
not
that far.
that far.
All right. But it's down there though. Wait, there. That's it. No, that ain't it. Oh God, what the freak is this anime called? Yo, go to. I don't think it's in
World Trigger?
favorites. Yeah, yep. That's it right there.
World
That's the
Trigger.
easy. They go back.
They go all the way
Yep.
back. Yo, World Trigger.
I did that just to prove my point.
I'm
That's the easy kind.
I'm sick of it. We wasted all this recording time so you can do that.
Yeah, I had to prove my point.
Yo, I'm sick of you, man. No, we ended this, man. We ended this.
Thanks for proving my point.
Nah, man, we ended this now, man, bro. Get out of here with that, man. That's a bull crap. Yo, you wasted all that time for that, bro. Yo, I'm sick of you, man.
I had to prove my point.
Yeah,
it was important to prove.
Damn.
Is that not an isekai?
It's an isekai. It's an isekai.
All right.
I mean, Roger the Shield Hero is an isekai, but see, he stays in that world though.
Yeah.
Like I said, Roger the Shield Hero, the guy didn't die; he got transported into that world.
I remember.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not saying all isekais you have to die, but I feel that all isekais though, when they do get transported to another world, they stay in that world. They don't go back.
Most of them, yeah. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, what is
just saying, man.
I'm still saying the anime that I recommended, that's not an isekai, but
it's an isekai.
It is. But
I proved my point already.
Hey, you're always wrong. I'm always right. That's what it is.
Eddie.
I am. Well, guys, that was episode 14 of Nani Support Group. Yo, if you stayed this long with our shenanigans, I really do appreciate it. You know, follow my man Xenith. Xenith, where can we find you?
Follow me on IG at XenithX. XENYTHX. That's it, man. Just hit me up there. And from there, you can find all my other stuff.
Nice. And you can follow me, well, of course, on my YouTube channel, Unqualified Gamer. And, my TikToks, which I know Xenith been telling me to start posting my TikToks on my YouTube channel. But
don't listen to me.
I listen when I feel like it, But you can check me out on TikTok where I do my classic game of the days.
Great content.
Good content there. Good content on my YouTube channel as well. So don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe to the Nani Support Group, to Unqualified Gamer. Yeah. With that being said, though, episode 14 is done. See you guys next time. We out. Peace.